So I was supposed to video with that, but my videographer is a bit under the weather, so he's going to come on Sunday and help me out. So in the meantime, here we go. Okay, so real quick, a little overview of some of the cars. This is a Datsun 510 Bluebird. A couple of guys that I follow have some really nice versions of this. This is a Chevy Chevelle. This is a Dodge Challenger actually. Challenger. It's M2 Machines Mustang. What year is this? Forgot. Oh, Shelby. What's it? 1966. Pontiac Firebird. 1968. Haven't opened this one yet. This is Plymouth Roadrunner. These are the these are the emergency vehicles I have so far. I've just ordered some lights for either this one or that one. Don't know which one I'm going to put it in yet. So I'll be getting more. It's a Militia, one of the Militia trucks. Another one of their cars, their Hummer. This might be used with the Militia. This is part of the construction company. That is backhoe. Bring this in. And all the parts are moved. They're pretty nifty. Even these thingies right here. So yeah, and I'll show you the progress on the actual building in a moment. Get my cars. You can see that. Let's go over here. That. I think I just charged this one up, so he should be ready to go. And this guy I charged. This one's kind of giving me trouble lately. Night view. So that's this, guys. And have you seen my Share SUV? It's going to be really nice once I put the lights in. CIA SUV, SUV what, Explorer, I guess. This is a San Francisco SUV Explorer, and you see the wires here on the back. I actually have there's lights inside, and this will be one of my stationary vehicles in some of my scenes where it will just be stationary with the headlights on. And again, with the Jada cars or Jada, and again, this is the reason why I actually started this diorama, was because of these type of cars where the doors open, so there can be a lot of realism to the scenes and short stories. And here's another state trooper, and this one's going to be installed with LED lights also. It's a utility truck. We'll get to that sometime down the line. So you see here, I've already added the siding on. Basically the siding is paper like this. Look at just regular folder paper, file folder paper. I used the gray side. Cut it in strips, layer it, and glue it on. It's kind of tedious, but hey, it works and it looks good. So once I layer them on all sides, then I in turn add some acrylic grounds for pastel. Basically, it's a sandy acrylic texture that you put on buildings, or if you're a painter, you put it on your canvas or your support to give it some type of tooth or something for the paint to grab onto. So I use this a lot, and it dries hard. So if you put it on thick, it dries hard like a paste, so you can make hills and slopes. So let's see if we can get in, in case you're planning on buying some. I gotta get more. Oh, I forgot. I guess would help. That's how it looks. Let me dip into it. So what I do then, I take it. I'll go here. This side's already done. So I'll dip it in a little bit of water. I'll dip into it. Hopefully you can see that. And I'll just go over it like that. If I put it on too thick, I'll just dip in water. Hopefully that's in view again. I go over it, drying off my brush if it's too watery. But you want to make sure you get some type of sandy compound on there. Hope that's in focus. And on across, periodically I'll touch it to make sure it's not too watery and that the sandy pastel is actually taking to the material, because that's how the paint or the pastel will grab onto the siding. Places where I see it's kind of thick, I'll take the brush and I'll take the pointed side of the brush, not like that, but like this, and I'll go like that so it'll get inside the grooves here. That one there, I need. So because I know I want this house to be light blue, I've chosen white and phthalo blue. This particular blue is very strong, so I don't want to use too much of it. So basically, I'll start with my white. I hope you can see that. Start with my white, and then I'll just start with a little blue first, because again, I don't want it too blue, more of a light blue. Keep grabbing it. You see, I'm keeping the. I'm making sure that I have a lot of white left in case my blue is too strong. Still, I want to see right there. I made it too strong, but I can dip into the white and make it. And some of you actually have grasped this particular logic in painting, so I'm not telling you anything new. So that, and as we know, or if you don't know, acrylic paint dries darker than the actual color it is. So take that into consideration. So I think I'm going to go with that color there. My paint is getting dry, so dip a little water, so a little darker. Uh-oh. That might be okay though, so we're going to stay there. After that, again, this already has the grounds for pastel on it. So now I'm just going to paint it. And while I'm painting it, if I want to give the house like some different shades, or if it's a little aged or weathering, then I'll just go back in the dark blue again, like that. And being that I still have my white available, if it's too blue, in fact, I can even switch off with the white and go to lighter if I want. Give it that look. But you get the idea, and let me do a little more variation there, like there. And I think one more. Right there. I dry my brush off, then I'll go across, which is kind of a lot, but I'll fix it because I have dark blue. And finally, I changed the gas pumps. Added three, and changed the arrangement. And real quick, I'm trying to symbol this for you, give you an idea of how it will look. So that means 6 cars can be under there at one time. And fortunately, one of these guys got pulled over for some reason, I don't know. So yeah, I really like how that came out, and I like the 3 pumps instead of 2. And once I add painting and all the other stuff the gas stations have, it's going to be really nice. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, I have a long way to go, but it's going to be so nice. And like I said in my description of my previous video, I'm only about 10 to 15% into this city, so there's a lot more to go. Anyway, thanks again, you two, for joining me. Thanks for all the love and for following me along the way. Tell your friends, and I'll be uploading more probably on, probably Friday, and then Sunday I'll have help, and I'll be able to video tape a lot more hands-on, where I don't have to hold the camera or adjust. Please tell your friends and people you may know who are into Diecast or Dioramas, and tell them to come on and come aboard. I have a whole lot to share, and I'll be adding more buildings, scenes, people, 3D printed items, and so the city can come alive. Okay, thanks again, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Later.